Hey y'all, it's the Calm Corner Show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. All right, soul family. So I pulled some clips. Again, shout out to the content creators, baby. Y'all be having me cracking up. But I was able to get some that all of them are recent. So I pulled those for y'all. And of course, I'm gonna put the timestamps in the video once it posts, because I ain't quite figured out how to add it to the video when I put it together for y'all. So the synastry and just a quick energy around them and what's ahead for their astrology will be, of course, in the beginning, clips in the middle for fun. We got to. And of course the reading it then, okay? So y'all make sure y'all let me know what y'all think. It's interesting. That's all I'ma say. Alright, let's get into it. Hey soul family, back again. I'm Erica, your favorite astro homegirl, and welcome back for all of you guys that have been riding with me. And welcome to all of you guys who are new here. And I just want to say thank you, y'all, for the new followers. I am so grateful. I just want to let y'all know thank you. It's almost the 1,700. So, I wanted to do another kind of like quick one. Hopefully the time we can cut it in half. This one is going to be on Kimberly Noel Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, okay? So these two have been dating, all right? And let's just get into it. A little bit of the astro, and then, we finna get on down to business and get into the cards. And so this is a big deal for Kim, all right? Because Kim, she's having a time with love, right, guys? She been having a time with that. So, but before, let me say this real quick too, guys. There's been a lot going on, just in the world in general. So I have been busy in the past few days too. I've been, juggling, making sure that I continue to put the readings up on the channel for you guys and stuff like that. And tonight, and this morning, I'm going to be working on all signs. I know I did not get the Gemini new moon readings, but that's just fine because I got y'all. Trust me. I'm going to be doing, and you should see them, it'll be the summer solstice energy, the readings for you guys, all signs coming up. And that one will be, and I will also include how the Gemini new moon, affects you guys and all the good stuff. And I'll be keeping y'all, I'll put y'all up on it. So just look out for your readings with that. So let's get into Kim. So, and then y'all make sure y'all let me know who all y'all want to see. I did see several people respond in the comments. I saw y'all say, I think y'all said it's Victoria Monet, I think. And y'all said Kaylani. I like Kaylani. Y'all also said, somebody said do a deeper dive on Beyonce. So I'm going to have to go back and screenshot those questions. And we can, definitely eventually get back to her for sure. I want to say y'all said somebody else, and I'm just trying to remember it. But I'm on it, though. And I think somebody said India Love. So I will do that, too. And y'all see how the news just came out with Ari? I don't know if y'all got a chance. Make sure you go back and check that reading out with her and Moneybag. Ain't that something? And then her and Tucson and all of that going on. So let's get into the reading. Just y'all make sure y'all sign up in the comments who y'all want to see. So, I always start with the astro first. And I'm going to, I just want to talk about Kim. I got my notes and I want to try this a little different, but I think this is better because it's more, it brings the whole story together before we get into the cards, right? That's why I love astrology. So Kim is of course, Libra sun, and her birthday, guys, is on October 21st, 1980. Okay, Los Angeles, California. All right. She's a Sagittarius rising, and her moon, guys, is in Pisces, okay? So her Libra sun is in the 10th house and is here. I'll try to post it when I put the video up so you guys can see it, okay? And that's about her identity, of course, her public harmony energy, beauty and balance. And she is beautiful, okay? She's in her energy in that 10th house is like she is the moment. She is the cover of the magazine. It's about career and self-worth, okay? And her soul mission here is to really elevate culture through the aesthetics and the fairness with the Libra energy. She got that Sagittarius rising. That's boldness. She radiates. It's freedom. It's truth seeking. So she's always on a journey, guys. All right. Very expansive. She wants more than love. She wants the meaning of it in that energy. Neptune and Sagittarius is in the first house. And that's about, her reality blurring it with fantasy sometimes, okay? The world sees her, as a dream, but she lives the dream, okay? But this can also mask spiritual confusion or escapism in that energy. She has Mars and Sagittarius, and that energy, she initiates the fire, and she is a go-getter, right? She doesn't wait. She launches. She divorces. She brands. She rebuilds. All in one. All right. She a true warrior. I give Kim that. I give her respect with that from watching her over the years. Okay. And one thing about the Kardashians, they really are all about self reinvention, right? Okay. So key aspects for her chart, mostly her sun conjunct Saturn, okay, and that's the Libra in the 10th house. So she earns her status. It's not landed. It's built, pressure to be perfect. But one thing we do know, it's a placement for I must be in control. And we know Kim like to be in control. Sun conjunct Pluto is in that 10th house in Libra is power through transformation. Okay, guys, remember that. Her public identity evolves through crisis and rebirth. Remember, Pluto is like the death card in the in the zodiac. It's about endings and new beginnings. So think divorce, brand, comeback, schemes, right? Moon in Pisces, trine Jupiter in Virgo. That's about compassion that meets service. So she helps quietly, emotional generosity for Kim. I don't know if y'all saw that one episode where it was so sweet. And that's when I had a different energy for her. When she gave her sister Chloe the Bible that was auctioned off that her dad had at court with OJ. I thought that was just so sweet. But her Mars is in first, conjunct Neptune, so action blends with illusion. She takes bold steps, okay? And sometimes it could just be too much, but where she can overestimate support. But she keeps going. She got Venus in Virgo, squaring Neptune, and that Sagittarius. This is where she idealizes love and then sees the flaws. And the romantic, then critical energy, right? That's that Virgo energy, baby. You were perfect until you weren't perfect anymore. I love y'all Virgos. My mama one. Okay, so listen, for her ahead, 2026 transits, because that's what we like to talk about. Remember, I said the current transits, current energy, and what's ahead for her. 2026, let's be on the lookout. It's a year of power, truth, and emotional reckoning for Kim, okay? Jupiter and Gemini coming up January, through June of this year. It's going to be transit in her 7th house. So relationship growth for her, a lot. Deepening bonds with Lewis, maybe, or even a new partnership. We'll have to look and see, get into the cards, right? But it's about contracts, collaborations, and fairness and love and expanding it, okay? And the key dates for that is March and June 2026. Commitment, energy high, and say yes wisely. Pluto is in Capricorn, transiting in her 2nd house this year, 2026. Reclaiming power over money, voice, and self-worth. She'll renegotiate contracts, financial independence, public statements. Maybe we'll hear from her or more about it. Potential for legal or financial power shifts, okay? Because Pluto does station direct and clarity on value. What am I worth? What am I worth truly, right? The eclipse coming up March and September 2026. Aries, Libra access. Identity resets for Kim. That's what we gonna see. Remember, this is a 1 year of the horse. One is all about self identity, okay? So what parts of her must be released to evolve? In the eclipse in Libra on September 7th coming up this year, her sun gets activated in major public moments, relationship decisions, and brand pivots. Let's look into it, and we'll, be on the lookout, all right? And the last thing for her this year ahead is the Saturn and Pisces transit in her third house. So that's about communication, siblings, daily routines, and getting disciplined. So she may go silent at times, processing things, texts, interviews, family matters require responsibility, right? So, that's about what is ahead for Kim. So let's get into one thing about her overall. Jupiter, in her seventh house, that's love, partnership, alliances that can expand. That's ahead. Is with the way it'll shift, right? Pluto helps her own her value. So no more people pleasing. Neptune, is still magnetic and still a dream, still an icon. So she stays beautiful. The only challenges ahead will be family gossips, probably sibling tension, overthinking, the stuff we hear, financial pressure, a little bit, may feel not enough, and even when she is in that energy, okay? And the eclipses bring sudden changes in public perception and relationships. Remember that, okay, guys? So let's talk about Lewis Hamilton real quick. He's a Capricorn sun. He's January 7th, guys, is his birthday. And let me pull him up, okay? 7th, right? He's a sun in Capricorn and a moon in Cancer. And his rising, guys, is in Scorpio. So, sun in Capricorn, self-worth, achievement, money, legacy, all the good things. And he measures value by what he's built, okay? Not just on the, what he's put into it. Ascendant, rising in Scorpio, first house. He's intense, baby, magnetic and private. He doesn't give access. You got to earn that access. His moon is in Cancer. That's emotional depth. It's with intimacy. It's energy, brought together. Transformation, right? Shared power. So he feels relationships like it's deeply transformational. Loves fiercely and fears abandonment with that moon in Cancer, right? So bonds through emotional merging. He has Mercury and Uranus, guys, in Sagittarius' first house. So his mind is bold. He is a visionary, very rebellious. He's going to go against the grain. He is an F1 driver, right? So key aspects that define Lewis: Sun conjunct in Jupiter, blessed expansion through legacy. The universe supports his climb. Success isn't luck. It's destiny earned for him. Moon conjunct in Mars, Cancer in the 8th house. Emotional fire, protects loved ones fiercely. He can be very possessive too, as well. Okay, guys? Square moon, Cancer, square Saturn, Scorpio. Emotional discipline, early pain, restrictions around expressing feelings, that type of energy. And his Chiron, guys, is in the 7th house, Gemini. Communication wounds and love, and may feel misunderstood at times. So healing through honest, gentle dialogue energy, all right? His 2026 transits was ahead for Lewis. His Saturn and Pisces, it will be transiting his 6th house. That's the health and work, house. And that's 2025 through 2028. But this year, 2026, is a year of grounding, healing, and legacy refinement, okay? So when it transits this energy even through the year, health, routine, daily work is all under pressure. He must build sustainable habits right now. Burnout risk, spring 2026, Saturn retrograde. So it's time for him to reevaluate training, diet, all that stuff, and growth opportunities are for him, but he's going to have to put in the work, okay? Pluto in Capricorn is going to be transiting his 2nd house, 2020, started in 2024, but final pass this year for him, 2026. So final transformation of self-worth, money, and personal power, letting go of old definitions of value, guys. And this year, October 2026, ahead, clarity on what he truly owns and what he releases, okay? So he could signify contract changes, legacy decisions, or even a new business path. We'll just look and see. We'll be on the lookout, right? Eclipses in Aries, Libra, March, and in September for this year. March eclipse in Aries was in his 7th house, relationship shifts, and I think we heard them kind of going through and through, right? A partnership can intensify or end. And so they keep going. I like it. September, eclipse in Libra, it's going to be an identity reset for him. Who am I beyond the race? Okay. Public moments of self-declaration from him. Maybe be on the lookout to see that. Neptune in Pisces is, conjuncting his Venus and Mars. That's the 4th house. So romance, home, emotions are softened. I like that. Idealization and love may overlook red flags, but also deep compassion and spiritual bonding, okay? So this could deepen the bond with him and Kim, guys, if, both are really emotionally honest with each other. I can't wait to get into the cards, right? The Jupiter is in Gemini transit in his 9th house, and that'll, started in top of January, but it's happening and it'll be going through now, June 2026. Right now, this month, and in the energy, it's about expansion through truth, travel, and higher purpose. And aren't they traveling? I don't know. We got to look and see. Speaking on global issues, humanitarianism work, spiritual growth for him. And he may launch a foundation book or philosophy, a project for him, okay? And this is a lucky month for him, especially for education, media, and foreign connections, all right? So the good thing about him in this outlook for 2026 for Lewis is growth through wisdom, travel, and truth. Pluto finishing the 2nd house transit, power reclaim, final release of old worth stories. Neptune softens his heart, capable of deep soulful love, all right? The challenges this year possibly ahead, and in the energy, just energy. Saturn in the 6th, health must be prioritized. Remember I said that. Stress is the enemy. Eclipses are about sudden changes in identity or relationships. And remember, Chiron in the 7th may heal unheard in love, must speak up, not retreat, all right? So the synastry between these guys, it shocked me. It's not just a fling, guys. This is really like healing dressed in romance based on their chart placements, right? A little bit of magic here. So her sun in Libra trines his moon. She brings him harmony. He feels emotionally safe. This is soul level nurturing. I just wanted to bring this to y'all attention real quick. Her Mars is in Sagittarius, 1st house, conjuncting his ascendant in Scorpio. So, baby, she turned him all the way on. And I'm talking about instantly turn him on, right? She initiates, she's bold, she's fiery, and he's magnetized by that. The physical chemistry between these two, baby, it is off the charts. She sparks him primally with that attraction, and he feels seen in that intensity. His sun is in Capricorn, conjuncting her Pluto and Libra 10th house. Baby, he transforms her legacy. She empowers his identity. This is fated influence, okay? He helps her evolve her, beyond image. And she challenges him to lead with love, not control. So power shift. But believe it or not, it's mutually empowering. The Jupiter in Virgo, trine in Saturn and Scorpio, her wisdom support his discipline. She brings him order. He brings depth. She helps him ground his dreams. He helps her feel beyond perfection. And that Neptune and Sagittarius sextile, he's Neptune and Capricorn. They both dream about love, purpose, legacy. They not just a couple. Y'all, this might work. Let's send Kim some good vibes and energy, baby, because when y'all saw her on Owl's Fair, she just wanted to throw in the towel. And it be like that when we go through cycles in our lives, right? But the challenges that they can face, she criticizes the Virgo energy in her chart, and he hides. So she wants perfection and love, and he idealizes and avoids the conflict. So that's where they can kind of go into the power struggles, right? Now, his moon in Cancer is opposite her Chiron in Taurus. So emotional needs, trigger core wounds, they got to watch out for that. And I think that's what we be seeing when we kind of see them go back and forth, but it's going. So let's keep our fingers crossed for her, okay? Because they both have 12th house Saturn or Pluto, both. So, private, guarded, that energy. And also, the trust builds slow and the intimacy is earned. When it comes, baby, it's unshakable. You hear me? And her North Node in Leo versus his North Node in Taurus now. She's evolving through the passion, intimacy, and self-expression. And he's evolving through routine, wellness, and simplicity, guys. Okay? So, it's interesting. We'll see. And also, I just want to say one more thing. With them and their synastry together, relationship blessings can come out of this year for 2026 ahead, okay? Also with Lewis's, remember Kim's 7th house is relationship blessings. Lewis's 9th house is love, is growth, travel, and philosophy, okay? So this is a really good and perfect, almost perfect alignment for commitment, okay? But April that passed was a key date for them, more intimate depth in their relationship. And May 2026 also was good energy because Mars was in Cancer. So, I think they've been seen a lot too. So that makes sense, right? Now, one thing about it, in her 2nd house, when it finally passes, she gonna reclaim her self-worth and beyond fame, okay? Lewis, he redefines personal value. So by October 26th, when 2026 this year, when Pluto goes direct, the power balance resets and they can really build something real if they choose love over ego. So we're going to see how this goes between these two. It's very interesting. Remember that eclipse is coming up. Okay, so that identity shift for him, and then the solar eclipse in Libra, new beginnings. All right, so this could make maybe that 7th house solar eclipse, we could be on the lookout. Maybe they could mark an engagement, a public commitment, or a deep private vow. And that's around September. So let's see what the cards say and what comes out of that, right? I'm loving that. And I also wanted to say one more thing, and let's get on down the road. I had to pull up Kanye, right? And I won't go into all because we'll do him separate. He needs his own reading. But I just had to add this and say it's interesting because when I pulled his birth chart up, it came up genius, wound, and grace. Ain't that interesting? And I always say he is a true genius, okay? So let's get into the messages. But what I wanted to say about her and Kanye was it's the energy that it was meant to be at the time for both of them, right? And so now it's really honestly a time where, let me say this. Kanye, his pain is his prophecy. His fall is a rebirth, right? So the genius doesn't just return, the healer does for him. So I want to leave that there for y'all, right? So with their placements, this was like, they were in front of the world as like, he was her muse. I mean, we got the best Yeezy designs when they were married, right? But it's an energy where, it's a Pluto level bond. So highly, highly transformational. And they mirrored each other, right? And so it was fated. It was life altering, and it's almost like he was there to launch her into a global icon status. She was there to push him into a spiritual crisis and rebirth, and that's the way I look at it. So let's get into the cards and see what's up with Kim and Lewis, okay? But they will be great at co-parenting with transits later this year and really kind of, getting out of any spaces that if they have had any negative ones, they will and should be easing into, better territory. I just wanted to say that, all right? So family, so let's get into the messages.
Hamilton was until he started dating Kim Kardashian. I did not know who Lewis Hamilton was until he started dating Kim Kardashian. But he's like this big British Formula One F1 racer. And he was racing over the weekend at the Miami Grand Prix. He's won 6 of 7 titles and has a pretty record-breaking career. He's also the first and only black race car driver to compete in Formula One. And recently, he has been dating Kim Kardashian. There was rumors for a while, but when they went to the Super Bowl together, that's when it felt like it was their first public outing and it was like official. So they must have met years ago through celebrity social circles. Here you can see them saying hi to each other when she was with Kanye. And now all of a sudden they're dating since probably like September. And they're getting spotted everywhere together. They went to Nobu last week. They were paparazzi'd in Malibu, like packing on PDA at the beach. There isn't much about Lewis's past dating history other than that he had an on and off relationship with Nicole Schwarzenegger, but that ended in like 2015. We've seen Kim in the past with obviously Kanye and Pete Davidson, but it looks like she's really happy and this is her new boyfriend. She's pretty tight-lipped about it, but she could be saving some of the tea for the Kardashians on Hulu. I feel like we follow Kim through everything, so interested to see who her new man is. And it's super relevant right now since the Miami race car F1 driver thing is happening this weekend. I did not know.
Kim Kardashian, you might just be the biggest winner of 2026. When you were spotted with the people's champ Lewis Hamilton back at the Super Bowl in February, there was a massive uproar and rage. The world wasn't on your side. We all started talking about the Kardashian curse and how it could affect Lewis Hamilton. But the form that Lewis Hamilton has found himself in, specifically in the last 3 races, 3 straight podiums and one of them being a win as well, the Kim K slander seems to have stopped. Last week, the internet was cooking you for taking Kimmy Antonelli's towel, and then you returned this towel with a special message to Kimmy from Kim. And Lord knows what you did to that towel, because for Kimmy Antonelli to retire the very next race after he wins ahead of your boyfriend Lewis Hamilton, you most definitely cursed him with this towel. But it was very much for Lewis Hamilton's benefit. Now as Hamilton wins, the internet loves you, as he's now started to put himself in a position to have that title charge. The streets are saying that ever since Hamilton's been with you, he's been a man on a mission, and that mission is to bring home that 8th world title. Kim K, just know if Hamilton wins that 8th world title, the Tifosi and Hamilton fans might even build you a statue for your hard work. Kim K, you may be the good luck charm that Hamilton might have needed. As always, if you haven't followed me already, follow my Instagram and follow my TikTok for more entertaining F1 content. Kim Kardashian.
So as much as the PR campaign says things are going swimmingly, it looks like things are going pretty bad for Kim Kardashian and Louis. So as much as the PR campaign says things are going swimmingly, it looks like things are going pretty bad for Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton. You guys, you don't believe me? I compiled the receipts. Something is up since Formula F1. But here's the thing. More importantly and more embarrassing, it has been confirmed that this was a PR relationship to begin with. We have the video receipts of not only how they did it now, because apparently Kim just contacted F1 and saw were there any drivers that wanted to date her. You don't believe me? There's an insider that actually spills the Kardashian game and talks about the way they did it all through the NBA and how she actually met Chris Humphries. Y'all, let's get into this. Okay, first of all, let's talk about Lewis Hamilton. He is a great driver. He is the GOAT of, well, one of the GOATs of F1. He has surmounted classism, racism. People think, you know, he did all the isms and he came out on top. But one thing that people said about Lewis Hamilton is all his exes said he is not a nice person. He is prone to horrible mood swings, and not just while he's training. Okay. One girl he even yelled at because she dared, this is his girlfriend of like 2 years, dared use his bathroom in his house. He also is fat phobic. Okay, listen, I'll do a whole video breaking down who the real Lewis Hamilton is through his girls. But one thing that people are saying about Lewis and Kim happened because Kim reached out to F1. She reached out to a bunch of industries, reached out to F1, asked if anybody was interested. Lewis Hamilton said, yeah, and it was a PR game. Now, for you saying Lewis is rich, why does he need this? Let me tell you something. Every man the Kardashians date are successful in their own right. However, they're drawn to the Kardashians because they want more. They want more. They want more. Okay? Lewis, let me get into the slideshow and then I'll walk you through this, all right? So this is Lewis and the love of his life. You guys already saw my last video where he started stuttering when they asked him about Kim and he basically friend zoned her, okay? Kim and Lewis, when they take these lovey-dovey pictures, it's just for, again, there's been a bunch of secret paparazzi sightings on the side of the road in Vegas by the Grand Canyon. Who is driving by the side of the road in Vegas and Grand Canyon and see Lewis and Kim Kardashian going for a hike? If you've ever been on Route 66, give me a break. On top of that, there were the sightings of them frolicking in the waves outside of Malibu, not even outside of Kim's house in Malibu, but out in the Malibu waves. It's all very staged. It's very forced. To which I would say, Kim, why are you going up for somebody dressed like Paddington Bear? Anyway, Luke's posted this about Kim on his Instagram. Now, in all their beautiful slideshows, they refuse to post themselves together. It's always like it's preordained shots. But let's just say we're believing this because, of course, F1 is posting Kim. They really want to get Americans into
I remember
F1. They saw the way that so as much as
currently in India attending this billionaire's wedding, and look at what she wore. Highly inappropriate. Let me explain why. When you are most likely getting paid to go to a wedding, especially such a high-profile one, with an uber wealthy groom and a lot of celebrities in attendance and dignitaries, I believe it's your responsibility to be appropriate and know what to do and what not to do. And actually, I'm not even bothered by the midriff. That's not totally uncommon at Indian weddings. What is uncommon is for a female guest to wear red. This is like wearing white at a US wedding. For brides in India, the color red is sacred, and many of them wear red as their color for walking down the aisle to say, I do. Don't believe me? Just search for yourself online. I'm reading it right now. It's worn by the bride. It symbolizes many things: love and commitment, good luck and prosperity, protection, power and confidence, new beginnings, and fertility. And that's why Indian brides, and just the brides, wear it. She should have known this ahead of time. Kim Kardashian.
Everybody's getting so annoyed about this. Kim Kardashian, who clearly we know she has a very opulent lifestyle. That's not a surprise. I mean, like, literally her Christmas Eve parties are worth millions of dollars. Now people are sitting here getting upset that her 12-year-old daughter, North, with her blue hair, clearly just showing us that she is her own individual person. I don't know what that face is with Kim. They're celebrating her birthday. She has turned 12. She is celebrating her birthday in Mexico. And people are like, this is too opulent of a birthday. Guys, like, they're billionaires. They're gonna do whatever they want. I don't even know what the question is here. At the end of the day, happy birthday, North. I feel like just because everybody gets loud in the comments, it's not gonna change anything. Just saying. I actually don't know why everybody's getting so annoyed about this. Kim Kardashian, who clearly we know she has a very opulent lifestyle. That's not a surprise. I mean, like, I actually don't know why everybody's getting so annoyed about
doing. Like, Kim told him to reach out to his third lawyer, not post another statement. But I don't know what Kanye is doing. Like, Kim told him to reach out to his third lawyer, not post another statement. But in regards to Kim's statement right here, you can pause to read. This was Kanye's response to Kim. He's gone way too far. The fact that Kanye is implying Kim kidnapped Chicago on her birthday because she didn't tell him the address. Kanye, the party was at Kylie Jenner's house. How do you not know where Kylie Jenner lives? But it's the last sentence that I know is the main reason Kanye West is not happy with Kim. He despises Tracy. Despises her. And we know that because he publicly said it in an interview.
And then they have people all around in my wife's ear. You know what I'm saying? This is a publicist that's next to her. I don't fuck with her.
Tracy is a major, major part of all of Kim Kardashian's businesses. And they have known each other for years. This was back in 2007. Now, something must have went down between Kanye, Kim, and Tracy because this was post-divorce. They all were still hanging out. But I guarantee you, Kanye does not like to give up control. And the fact that Tracy is still a part of all the businesses and Kanye really has no role anymore now that they're not married, I'm sure he despises Tracy for that reason. Because post-divorce, Kim was still showing up for Kanye when he needed her. And they put their differences aside when things happen, like the passing of Virgil Abloh. One of the things I love most about the Kardashians is just how loyal they are. When people show up for the Kardashians, they show up for them. And the fact that Kanye is going so hard on Tracy when she has been an integral part in all of Kim's businesses. It just makes me look back and think, oh my God, should we listen to Larsa? Should we listen to Larsa? I don't know what.
All right, so family, let's get into the cards. These are their cards. We're gonna start with ladies first. Let's start with Kim. So let's get on into it. Let me go ahead and let's do that like that. I'll slide these over here, guys. Over, and we'll get to the messy cards. Sit those there, and we'll start with the Astro first, okay? Let's get into it. And just clear. Kardashian. Right now. Text messages off. Lewis Hamilton too. Lewis Hamilton. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, we're just gonna go with the what fell, right? So this is the top. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's going on with her. This is Kim's cards, okay? And it's interesting because Uranus is in energy right now, and she got shake up. This is a Tower card in the energy. But for Uranus, it represents revolution, right? It's about breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rupture, edge, diversity, enlightening. So I got a few ways that I feel about that. And so that's kind of interesting that she got that, right? I'm going to leave those to the side. So she got Pluto is here. Transformation is definitely on the table. So for Kim, this is a whole new era. It's interesting because with us just kind of doing like a little mini astro report and current transits, it talks about her evolution, you know, this year. Just her in general as her personal self. And it's a huge, like you said, identity reset is what this is giving. Like she is going to come out the box and really just do her on all levels, right? Opposition is here, but it's to bring balance. And she is a Libra, okay? So she could be dealing with opposition. Let's keep going. Okay, so we got conjunction, empowerment, okay? Energy around strengthening things, joining forces with things, with people, so, businesses, expansion, right? She has a heavy placement too. So it's like we can really see her magnetized, like, She got this is a good energy, the trine and the flow. So regardless of any opposition, it's good energy here to harmonize, right? And look, this is her messages. It was like, ooh, they came out in a clump. Let's take it. She is a Libra sun. The idealist she is, okay? So this relationship for her is even on the table. It's when we say highly transformational, it's also very intense. I'm talking about they have really good sex, right? And we ain't even flipped the tarot cards yet. That's interesting. The rising sign energy, okay? So her outlook on things. Remember I said we gonna see a major change in herself, and rising is on the table. She's a Sagittarius rising, right? That's interesting. She gonna be changing her outlook on things. We're gonna see a different her. Wow, wow, wow. I love this deck. We talking about relationships. This a fifth house. Passion. Didn't I say these two got the chemistry between them is off the charts. Even if the people don't see it, I can. I haven't even flipped tarot yet. Fifth house is about partnerships and entertainment, okay? It's where you have fun, it's play, it's your love affairs. It's your joy and your pleasure house, right? Parties, children, romance. Disco ball, baby. Fifth house energy, okay? So let me just say this. Interesting. She gonna have a spiritual awakening energy coming in for Kim, okay? This is a whole new level for her. And by the time 2026 ends, she's gonna come into like her own inner knowing. This is what energy is giving. It's interesting. And it's about psychic abilities. Of course, like the occult, intuition, the numinous. It's about mysteries, right? Psychic abilities, the cosmos. And she is very much so into the cosmos, okay? So we're going to get into the cards. But universal truth is on the table for her. A different, it's interesting because when you see this opposition on the table and me seeing numinous and watching her over the years and Libra, her energy being on the table, it's like the oppositions are here, but she has the conjunction and the trine, and then of course the square and the challenge. You know, working on trying to pass the bar exam, all the things, right? But all of these things had to happen in order for her to get to where she is right now. I'm talking about in the mental space, emotional space. I mean, we watched them over the years, you know, go through many relationships and many things, but this is going to be different. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's go ahead and get into the traditional tarot, but let me just show you this. We do know secrets are on the table. But moon is also deep feelings, and it's interesting when you see feelings next to passion, okay? And sixth house, work, okay? So work is on the table for her craft. I'm taking a pause because she about to step into a whole new level too. But also needs to pay attention to her health, okay? Because sixth house is health. It's your diet, it's your well-being, it's your service. It's the details, okay? Daily rituals, your contribution, organization, purification, your skills, apprenticeship, your method. Health on the table for Kim. And it's hidden because that was at the top of the deck, bottom of the deck. So we need to kind of watch out for that, right? All right, so and moon, and then the energy of that is also home and the mother, okay? Just wanted to say that too. So let's get into the traditional tarot. Ooh, Kim, revolution girl. We about to see our girl evolve, right? So let's get into her current energy tarot and into her and this man, honey. Yes, right? Y'all don't laugh. I did not know what the hell F1 meant. I swear to God. And you know what? I'm so embarrassed to tell y'all. And please, 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 please don't laugh at me. Y'all gonna be laughing at me. Why? I'm thinking the man was Hamilton from the play Hamilton. Don't tell nobody. Just keep that to y'allself. And look, we here now. And that I know better. Just like y'all corrected my ass on what's the man name. Baby, y'all got me the fuck together. What was that man name? And I promise you I would try to mess it up on no level. His name, let me say it right. Baldoni. And looked like he came out on the winning end. And I'm glad for him. Because, baby, that shit was a mess. We got to really, we going to do them too. We got to get into that. Blake and Ryan, right? So, Angel, that's Kim Kardashian. Libra sun. And let's see what her current energy come up, and then we're going to ask about him. Let's see. Clear precise messages. Oh, she loves is coming out. Did it pop out? I'm gonna just shuffle. Let's say shuffle. Ooh. Just let it fall. Let the cards fall where they may, right? Okay. Let's take. So this is the top. Okay, so Spirit, give me any out. Clear and precise message. There we go. Bam. Wow, y'all ready? Whoa, okay. Let's get on into it, baby. So, let's unpack. Right now, the focal point is judgment, right? And it's in reverse. So, when we pull the astro cards, it showed challenge and opposition, right? So, this can come in the energy of certain, Kim is a Libra sun, right? And I'm just taking a pause. She could, let me take the card, let me flip the cards and unpack so I can get the messages. But I wanted to say, with her being that Libra sun and, me watching them, because I watch the show, my friends cuss me out. You watch them bitches. I be busting out laughing when they be saying it. They be like, y'all know E love them. And everybody be laughing at me. But I like them. I mean, I've watched them for years, I did get a chance once. I love All's Fair. I think they got a second season, and I'm glad, because I don't watch TV that much. I just have my certain shows that I like, right? There's certain ones I can't fuck with it, like that Love and Marriage. Trust me, that shit is trash. I never look back at it ever again after Melody was gone. Next, but I do like Sisters, and I love that All's Fair, and loved Jax on Reasonable Doubt. So, Kim, wow. Let's talk about it, y'all. Huge transformation in her life. Huge. And it's interesting because the astro cards was dead on the money. Even her astro report ahead. The death card is the first card, and it's not negative, right? Remember, she got heavy Pluto placements, okay? So this is about a major turning points for her. Huge, transformation in a major way. Whatever she been dealing with, because this is her, current personal energy and current past, it's been something that she been holding off on, okay? It's a negative cycle. It's an energy that even here is like uncertainty, okay? In a level of, holding back, waiting, stalling. You get what I'm saying? Like things are at a standstill, all right? It's interesting with this energy of avoiding change, okay? So she's been through some negative cycles, right? But freedom begins, and that was that Uranus card energy, meaning she is really stepping into this, the Fool card. It's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new beginning ahead. Even dealing with this man, it's a whole new world for her, right? I mean, we know she used to the glitz, the camera, and all that, but it's not racing. It's not race car driving, right? Kanye is a rock star. I mean, he bigger than that. He just the biggest. I mean, he just Kanye. He, But in this energy and where she is in her life, it's like things that she been holding back on, things that she would never do. Just kind of, I'm trying to find a way to say it for y'all. It's like she at a place where I'm not going to hold back anymore, maybe reserved on certain, aspects of her life where she has been, you can say, made a lot of sacrifices in a lot of ways for. And it's like now she in the energy like, baby, I am, I'm coming out. That's the shit she on. I want the world to know. And she is coming out with a vengeance, baby. Death is huge transformation. So we going to see a new Kim by the end of this year. Okay? So King of Wands is on the table, baby. When I tell you these two got a sexy, sexy type of vibe. And let me just say something. That moon energy is present. Okay? So, very passionate relationship between these two, right? But it's some shit finna come out, y'all. This is her personal, we ain't got the Lewis yet, right? But let me just say something. It just looks like secrets or it's some deception energy on the table. And where this moon is placed, let me say something about the Kardashians. They have all kind of things going on as far as business deals, relationships. Kris Jenner don't play, baby. She is the hardest working woman in show business, okay? And so they could be dealing with somebody that they have opposition about, her and the family, right? And whatever this situation is, maybe somewhat in the future, we're going to hear some things about it, and it's a huge conflict because the Five of Wands is right here, okay? So when you see wands, it's about action. Baby, whatever they got going on, it's a real conflict, and that shit about to go down, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out, okay? And with that Judgment, now it's starting to make sense. This are personal cards, right? Child. It's some deceit on the table. Look at Seven of Swords, y'all. Dishonesty. It's some shit about to jump off. Look at this Five of Wands. Because, see, in the upright, it's about agreements and making truces. It's a conflict, though. And it's something that she been avoiding. Hangman, Death card in reverse. No, Hangman up. Uncertainty about the perspective. And what I feel like, even based on just what's coming to me, because when I pause, y'all know I be getting all kind of messages. It's like they like, right? This is the energy of switching up the strategy. So whatever they got, remember we saw the opposition. We saw the challenge on the table. But this is about sitting back and just kind of sit. This to me is the cards of sitting off in the cut. Sacrifice on the table now, allegedly, and all in my opinion. I'm going to just say that. But whoever the opposition is in the energy of a King of Wands energy, okay? It's like it could be the leadership, you get what I'm saying? But whatever they dealing with and whatever this situation is, it's messy. Especially when you see the Seven of Swords on the table. And when it's in reverse, that's about theft, dishonesty, manipulation, deceit, spying, whatever you want to think of, all of that. That's what that represents, right? But based on these cards, she's been sitting off in the cut. And look, conflict is here. But this is about switching up strategy. She got a lot of cards are sitting back. Look, 8 of Wands in reverse. And that was the extra card, right? She got a lot of options on the table ahead. 7 of Cups in the upright, right? To me, that makes sense. You know, Libra energy, just kind of a lot. She wear a lot of hats. She wear a lot of hats, right? So she got choices. But it's something that she's in indecision about. It's through and through on the messages, right? But as far as ahead, you know, news of new projects and money. Remember, that was in the Astro cards. A trine and a flow. And the Queen of Pentacles is here. So, baby, she finna continue to get to that whoa, that money on. It's on the table. So, regardless of the challenges, the outcome is precious. This is money, money, money. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So, the bottom line is she finna continue to her, you know, how she is. Major transformation. But baby, she got, not only we're going to hear news of projects ahead with them, but it's going to be good. Good money ahead, Kim. Good money ahead. And I had to say this because I love it. Look, this was before we even asked about Lewis, guys. Look at the cards. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Okay? In the upright. And the way that these cards have been positioned, let me say something. She could also be working on something too to help build his brand. Look at that. Because he can have a career pivot. And maybe this is what's, you know, she wear a lot of different hats. But that's interesting. And the way that this is set up, this is about expansion and growth. So not only do they have a really good, like I said, these two, this is flowing into you, you flowing into me. Y'all see that? And this is about growth and expansion. So they're going to continue to build and they're going to get bigger and bigger. And it's going to be a lot of success with that Page of Pentacles and that Queen of Pentacles. Ain't that something? I did not expect to see that. Oh, that's what's up, right? Yes. So let's go to this deck and ask the energy around her and Lewis Hamilton. The current energy, right? Yes, that's what's up. Okay, Kim. Yeah, we all got challenges. That's life. Shit. You got to roll with the punches. And that's pretty much what her card says. Shit, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to reroute the strategy and we going to come back at it. One thing about her, she's stronger than you think. And I guess so. You know, for where they are, successfully, honestly. You know, as far as they've gotten. And then Kanye just really took them to the next level. Took them to the next level, baby. They ain't never seen no front rows of nobody's fashion show, house, or runway. No, ma'am. Not until they met Mr. West. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Pookie Pookie. Y'all see my puppy whippy? I love you, boy. So, yeah, let's get it. Just give me y'all clear. Okay. Sign. Ooh, what made me say that? So we're going to have to ask about Kanye. Y'all saw that? Ooh. Okay, let's start over. Let's do that again. I'm sorry. We're going to keep the energy even, right? So let's do it again, okay? Kim Kardashian. All clear and precise messages, all clear and precise. You're around her and Lewis Hamilton. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Sun. All right, let's do it. Let's see. And let's pull his card and see after we get hers. This gonna be the current energy around them, okay? Current energy around him. Okay. I'm yeah, thank you, Spirit. Okay. Current energy around them. Clear and precise messages, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Hamilton. Capricorn Sun. Capricorn Sun. Extra messages for them. Wow, came right out. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Something about feeling stuck. Something about feeling stuck. She got several, more than one. I ain't never seen nothing like that where you keep getting cards of feeling stuck. I'm looking. Okay, so when I unpack, y'all know I got to look and check it out. So news, right? Energy around them. I don't know. Are they in the hair? I got to go pull the clips, okay? So when you see that page of wands, it's like what people hearing energy around her and him. You know, wands is physical motion. And expansion mean they been traveling. I want to say she been at some of them races, or they starting to merge together and travel all around, right? So maybe the news that's been coming out, because this is the current past, ain't necessarily been, people had their things to say, put it like that, right? About them. But it's interesting because the Hierophant is on the table, and her cards had the Two of Cups. So, that changes the game. Because this the institution. This is marriage. And he's very, very, very attracted to her. Y'all hear me? He look at her like the Queen of Wands energy. Okay? And remember, she is a Sagittarius rising. It's like it's funny because on this deck, it's a stylish trendsetter. And that's the energy of Kim. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes she have a hard time without Kanye, but she been pushing through. She been pushing through. We're gonna try to give her some grace. Maybe that's what he could do. Maybe they can come back together and he can, fix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me say something. This is a different deck. But something is coming in fast. And it's like they don't want people to know. It's 2 pages on the table. The Page of Swords is also here. Which means that whatever this is going to go viral. But whatever it is, remember she had the Fool card. So it's like holding back and then a quick decision. And the Tower card is here, right? Let me say something. When you see that 9 of coins like that and it's all to the side, This has a lot to do with how people view her. Kim, right? Because it's funny, like on this deck, look, y'all, that 9 of coins say you are enough. And that's the energy that she taking with the Tower. Remember, Uranus was on the table. So it's like she coming into total freedom for herself, period. Even in relationships, okay? She's not going to... Remember, she told Kanye, I'm wear my shit, nigga. What's up? You know? It's the same thing. And also, when you see those pages on the table going viral, I think they were saying that maybe she was at some event with him or whatever they had going on. I got to find it. But it's also in the energy that maybe when she's showing up at these events, as far as they're concerned, based on their taste, their rules, she dressed inappropriately, right? But and you know what? I can't even make the messages up, not even a little bit. Remember, all the decks are different. That's why I like the energy of them. And we talking about her style. And look, stylish trendsetter, right? So he been getting some kickback. Because it's in the messages, right? This is the current accurate energy going on. Listen, even if they've had a breakdown, the Knight of Cups is on the table. It's something about proposals. It's something there. I'm telling you. And we can't see it. This Five of Swords is different. Because when it's in the way it's, look how it says, not by the rules. They not going to go by the rules. Remember, Uranus ain't never going to be by the rules. Let's see what's to come. Let's see what come out with that. Oh. I can't wait to flip heels. Hold on, let's see. What's the color? We'll just do a quick 1, 2, 3. I can't wait to do the messy cards. I don't want to make this real long. We already at 32 minutes on this, so let me let's see. I be trying to do a 30-minute one. It don't never work. But don't worry, y'all. Just when y'all see mine, you know what? I'm not going to try to condense them. We going to go with the flow because we here to do the reading. I'm going to just go with it. And y'all know when y'all start the reading, just come back. Like, put it on pause. Do what you got to do for the day and be like, let me come right back in. You know what I'm saying? Finish it like that, right? Because I want to get to the messy cards. All right, so what's the card? I'm going to tell y'all something. The timing card and that page came right out, right? Look at that, look at that, look at that. Capricorn sign, look at that. Something is brewing. Something is brewing. I'm telling y'all. And look, if when y'all watch my readings and for y'all that's been rocking with me, y'all know what I'm talking about when I be like, let me do something. Because it'll be ironic how things will just pop out. Think about how I did that reading on Tasha K. Because, you know, I was worried about her. Oh, I fuck with her. I'm a wino. That's my girl. Listen, I want her to be okay. Fuck what they talking about. Because I love a person who show up and don't care. When you don't give a fuck what people think, and regardless, I'm talking about this motherfucker, $4 million, y'all. $4 million. And she still come up here and talk her shit about everybody. I can't do nothing but give her the respect she deserves. I'm just that type of person. Okay? I love it. I'm here for it. Take a certain type of motherfucker balls, right? I love it. Gotta be with it. She with it. Kim, baby, Kim. Girl. What's ahead? It look like these folks gonna get on to the marriage house. We saw that Hierophant too. The lovers on the table, the empress on the table. Oh, when I say he real attracted to her, and let me tell you something too. They can have their times, like you said, with challenges. But let me just say, when you doing the reading and the good outweigh the bad, this just look like what it's gonna take for them to get to where they going. And believe, I didn't expect to see this. I'm sitting here thinking we finna we finna just, you get what I'm saying? But let's get into it. You got the Knight of Coins. This is slow and steady. This is energy. Okay? This is loyal energy. Loyal. Like, wow. Empress energy. When I say they have a good time, baby, very passionate. Oh, they be uninhibited. They can have their times and arguments and disagreements. It's on the table. But baby, once they get past that part and the miscommunication right here we go with the lovers, right? It's real hot and passionate and back and forth, you know, this connection. Ooh. They do it for each other sexually. I'm here to tell you. Even the Knight of Cups on the table. Y'all see that? That's proposal. We saw the Hierophant. We saw the Two of Cups. Hell, we ain't seen no good cards like this on nobody in a long time. And ain't that awful? And who the hell would have thought that Kim ass would be the one to get this? Oh my God. Wow. A new cycle is ahead. And it's remember I said the Tower card ain't always negative. It's just all about what's around it. This is going to be a quick situation. This is the Wheel of Fortune. She's learned her karmic lessons. She's really, 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 honestly, guys, at a turning point. She ready for different. She ready for, you know, the better half of life in her eyes, what she deems as the better part, right? She feel like, I done been through the karmic lessons. You get what I'm saying? I done been through all this shit. And the reason why I say that is the cards that support it. Look at that Page of Coins. Back again. This is still, you know, slow and steady. Wins the race bit by bit. You know, this is about, Page of Coins is about setting goals, laying a foundation, right? That man, a Capricorn, this is grounded earth energy. This also good news. They keep getting pages, news. He give really good gifts to her. And let me say something. They still got the same card. It's the Six of Coins. It's not the same card, but what I'm saying is it's an even give and take. It's even across the board with these two. Remember the Two of Cups? I'm pouring into you, you pouring into me, right? Yeah, they got some times when he do shit. I can see that in the messages. I mean, he is Lewis Hamilton. He is a F1 driver. He is, I'm talking about he got a nice coin. Okay? He is a part of, you know, the elite. He is. But let me just tell you, and it's so funny, I'm so tickled, y'all, when I say Spirit have always a sense of humor. And let me just say, thank you, Spirit, for the messages. Thank you. You know how I'm like, he do his shit, look, you can see it on the table. But it's interesting how these cards came out extra to the side, right? Yeah, you got Ten of Swords energy, but it's right here with the Six of Coins, giving and receiving, right? Because didn't I just say he give good gifts? And see, look, this is about breakup. So like once he do his little dirt, look at that Ace of Wands, baby. That man they got some passion going on. Oh, he come around there and put some straightening is what happens. Ace of Wands. But you know, like I said, they have their challenges. They're in the messages as well. Okay. Some things could be bubbling under the surface. And he can go through his mood swings, right? And doing his little underhanded shit. But for the most part, these two look like they are going to be, based on this moving forward. And it's interesting because winter is on the table, winter solstice. And we got summer solstice coming up this Sunday. So again, remember, even in the astro messages, towards the end of the year, we're going to be hearing major news about these two. Between now and September, highlighting, the dates that we talked about. But transformation and, this is viral news too. With that Page of Swords. See how they messy. I love this deck. Don't y'all? This is so cute. I love this deck. Let me see. So let's ask his cards. Let's get into Lewis. And I'm gonna do both of those so we can get on in it. And then we're gonna get into the messy card, y'all. Let's see. Let's do it. Yep. Please give me all Lewis Hamilton. Capricorn Sun. Kim Kardashian. All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna do like at least 1 to 3 for this, just to see his current energy, especially current precise for him in general. This is very precise. Capricorn Sun. Yeah, current energy around him and what's to come with him. Spirit. Let's see. Lewis Hamilton. Okay. Okay, keep it. I love it. Don't y'all love it? Let's unpack. Look at that. Let me tell you something. They got the same card, and I'm gonna leave that to the side. That's interesting. So for him right now, and he's a Scorpio 12th house, I think. About surrendering. Spiritual awakening for him. Remember, Jupiter is in Cancer now, right? So tapping into a deeper part of him. Interesting. I'm telling you, passion on the table. Look at Mars. Baby, these two be doing their thing. And I'm going to also make y'all laugh. They be doing their thing in the bedroom. Because 12th house, if you want to look at it from a standpoint, that's what go on in the bedroom. So this is how he feel about her out the gate before we even start with the tarot. So this backs up her cards. As even the chemistry between these two, they gonna fuck and then they gonna fight, then they gonna get to it. You hear me? The sun is here. He like him. But it's also about him right now too. This is his essence, right? This is about life force. So right now he's dealing with his own self and how he's taking action in his relationship, And even in himself, it's in his subconscious. So almost like, even with this saying square and challenge on the table, what's next for me? After Mars is, all the racing, me, right? My being. When the lights are out and nobody can see him at night and he's in his quiet place. He asking the square the challenge, what's my next chapter? Home, Cancer. Jupiter is in Cancer now. Emotional feelings on the table. Okay? Fourth house is about marriage, love, celebrations. Y'all see that? What's hidden could be these two taking it to the next level. You never know in the future. Look, I can't make the messages up. Under this is Gemini twins. That's the lovers. Child. And I just want y'all to see these two right here. And this his cards. What 8th house is all about? Intimacy. Baby, he have a time with Kim. You hear me? She turned him on in every way. Uranus is here. Revolution. Breakthroughs. This a tower, but it could be a good tower. Because I see love on the table, honestly. Attraction. But also with him in his personal life, challenges and what will he do after racing, right? So let's pull the current tarot. What you doing, Edgar, baby? What you doing? His current. Hell, since we're doing it, we'll ask on Kim as soon as I want to see what's up with him. Since he had the challenging thoughts of his career, right? What's next? Thank you, Spirit. And I'm sure for the people who like him more than they like her will want to know about him. Can't just do her, right? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I'm gonna take it. The love was wanting to pop out. Ain't that funny? Okay. We got some stuff to say, don't we, baby? So let's see what's up with him. Stop right here. So what's ahead for Mr. Hamilton? And I'm going to say something. It's so interesting how I love Spirit. Again, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me show you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. There go that moon. Same position. Okay. It's funny because this is the last card for Kim card. 3 of Wands. Expansion and growth. So some major expansion and growth. I can't make it up. It's before. And this is his current energy. I haven't asked about her yet. This is him on the table. But expansion is on the table. Growth. Progress. Looking ahead, right? Let me tell you something. He do his thing. He do his thing. Okay? But it's something in his energy about delays and blocks. She had a lot of that too, right? But I'm telling you what's weird about this reading. She had holding back. He had holding back. But remember, in the same position right here, the way I read my cards, on her first card and her current accurate energy, she had the Hierophant. Why he got the damn Justice card? In an upright. Or was it Judgment? Either way, it's marriage on the table. And I can't even make it up because look at the next card. There go that Two of Cups. Y'all, these two could be going on down there for real in the future. But this is also Kim because she a Libra sun. Justice is the scales. And he like her. She bring balance. And I'm going to say something too. You know, when you see that Ace of Wands in reverse, it's like a phallus, right? So this also allegedly, and in my opinion, confirms like how he move, his energy, meaning he be doing other stuff, but he fuck with her though. Look. So when they be having their little disagreements and arguments, it be clearly about him doing some things that he ain't got no business, but he gets it together though. You see the Justice in the upright. He pulls it on in, people. He pulls it on in. Look, look, look. I cannot make this shit up if I wanted to. You hear me? And let me tell you something. You know, he got some things that he been holding back on. This is his own, also personal situation, life, right? But it's like he's having a time where he is coming into clarity about things, acceptance about things that maybe he can't control with that Ace of Wands and, you know, reverse. Remember I said the challenges look like they lie in, you know, after driving, you know, what is going to, you know, bring fulfillment to me, right? So it's like pulling back. It's like, but it's clarity here and switching up the strategy. Same card. Same card. And he's also like, I don't want to say controlling, but like he away about her though. You get what I'm saying? Because it's in the messages, guys. But again, Ace of Wands in reverse right here. This is, you know, like I said, he do what he want to do. Okay? But something about business and money and contracts. Because justice is here as well. Right? So this has to do too with his life and career. Him juggling, him trying to make a decision. Something he been holding back on that he's about to move forward with. You know, Uranus is here. Three of Wands is about expansion. So it's not, with Justice in the upright, this represent a lot of different things for him, right? I've got to look into him. I don't know much about him, but it's in the messages, it's in her messages, because clearly they're around each other and they're together, right? So he got to watch out for his health. He got to watch out for his health. And also to be safe in that driving situation. Yeah, making sure ain't no cherries on the table too while we looking, right? But it is some news. And it also some things that are hidden under the surface, okay? So definitely some things will be coming out. Okay, we saw quite a few pages with them. But the Knight of Wands is on the table. He is, when I say he is so attracted to her. And let me tell you, ain't it funny how they got two ending great cards through all the challenges and the ups and downs? Because, baby, it's on the table. He gonna do what the fuck he wanna do. He a real Capricorn, baby. I can't fuck with him. But, listen, he is, even through that, look how he feel about her. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. He thinks she's so beautiful. I cannot make the messages up. Y'all see that? And this is legacy and building a family, a foundation. Remember they had the cards, foundation, 4th house. Can't make it up. And they gonna be traveling and doing what he doing, but it's something about business and deals. She gonna help bring him to another level too. And to me, that's why it's a lot of these even 2 and 2. Think about it. He got the 2 of Cups. She got the 2 of Cups. We can't make the messages up, y'all. We just can't. So, I mean, we're going to get on into the messy cards. You want to add what's to come? Because he clearly loves her, right? But let's see through his energy. And then we're going to go on and pick the messy cards. That's what's up. I really didn't expect that. They got shit going on like everybody else, but it look like regardless of what's going on, he gonna pull it on together, slide on in there and fix it, right? And woo her and tell her whatever she wants. 6 of Coins, buy her whatever she want. Not to mean that she don't, she got her own money, but I'm just saying it's always nice when somebody else do it, right? Period. I don't care what level you on. Hell. Right? So let's see. Angels, give me all clear. Capricorn sun. And he is around What's ahead for them? What's ahead? Energy around their relationship. I want to say. Let's see what's up with them. And then we finna flip these messy cards, baby. We'll just do a quick 1, 2, 3 because we kind of already got the outcome. When I be flipping them cards, I be like, wow. I know, it was somebody else y'all said do Selena Gomez. I saw that. I meant to say I saw that too. And it was something y'all asked for one more person. I don't know if it was NBA YoungBoy or what, but definitely gonna do him. And we gotta do Chris Brown. We'll get to him. They coming. Chill around, Lewis and Kim. What's ahead? There we are. I just felt like that was just the way it felt. So let's ask correctly. Oh, for these guys. Okay. And we're going to hear something about them in the next 1 to 2 weeks, okay? Just this same energy, really strongly attracted, that devil card energy. Page, we're going to hear the messages. Knight of Wands, the attraction is here, but transformation is on the table for them. And that's what they led with. So this relationship is going to be very transformative, but for the better of both of them as they continue to go forward, right? So, and let me just say this, they might have issues, and we hear about them having some issues in the next 1 to 2 weeks, right? But the bottom line is, look what the cards say. It's going to balance it. They're going to figure it out, right? It's funny because that's just life, with when you dealing with folks and just being in relationships. Hell, y'all know in your own relationships, always some shit going on, right? Even if it's just, it don't necessarily have to be bad. It's just life, right? Mm-hmm. But when we be saying some messed up stuff, I'm going to say, hey, he ain't the one. And y'all know I'm going to be honest. I tell y'all what I see. Now, I can say this, though, and I'll be honest. when I do the readings too, and it's people who I personally know, I always tell y'all the truth, but I always am very respectful too. Just wanted to say that. We're always truthful, no matter what I see. But I'm more respect. I'm respectful for all, but you get what I mean. Clear, precise messages. Okay. Capricorn, in that love, in that relationship. Okay, let's get into it. I'm gonna just start shuffling. Y'all know I'm gonna start with the teacups. It's always an hour over here. I'm in an hour now, I can see it. Oh my God. Morning after, up all night, late night rendezvous, spending the night together. These folks be having some sexy nights. Do you hear me? Ooh, child, they be having some sexy nights. Roller coaster, full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot and cold. Remember I said they had that up and down energy? Fantasy, make-believe, feeding into illusions, okay? Disappointment, sleeping princess, unmotivated, procrastinating, putting things off. Remember it was a lot of messages of putting something off, right? Adulting, mature efforts, being responsible, keeping shit in check. That was the energy that he had. It's like, it was like I was just trying to say it to y'all. That's interesting, viral, instant fame, going around quickly, gaining popularity. So all those pages on the table, and y'all already know that's even more confirmation, viral. And then this says SOS distress, act with urgency, assistance needed. So you need to watch out for that, because they did have a lot of, little cards of transformation and stuff. So let's see. Okay. Now, past, there is history. It happened, left behind, looking back. Didn't I say that? I said this energy around clearly saying that he do what he gonna do and how he do, or whatever you want to, however the hell you want to say. But I was like, child, let me tell you something. I'm going to make y'all laugh, so I'm going to leave that card even though it failed. Just remember, okay? I'm going to leave that one for the last. So revenge is here. Retaliation, plotting, payback, punishing, getting even. Something in Kim's regular cards. Remember? In her, not with Lewis, but with her and her family. There's some shit going on, okay? Twin flames. I can't make it up. Look. Reflection of soul, mirrored emotions, your other half, shared feelings. Y'all ready? OMG. And we ain't even flipped the other cards. I'm telling y'all, something about that Uranus, that tower, all these pages. Wait till y'all see the last card on the table. This should say proposal. And remember I kept saying that. I said all these cards going around don't got nothing to do with negative, I don't think. I can see little stuff going on and spitfires, but I'm talking about on the overall, right? Proposal, commitment, offer, asking out, taken to the next level. Ravenous, uncontrollable desires, appetite for sex, insatiable, hunger for pleasure. I can't make it up. Didn't I say that they chemistry, y'all? I can't even show the picture because, we on YouTube, okay? I don't want no problems. Clown, degrading appearances, shame, humiliation. Frozen, not speaking, stonewall, not taking action. Okay. Take with what you may. All right. Let me see. Oh, that's interesting, wasn't it, y'all? And justice was at the end. Telling you, justice. Didn't I read it out? Justice, y'all. That was the last card. Legal matters, court visit, legal papers, divorce, justice. But that's the card that's been through and through with that Hierophant. To me, that represent, deals on the table for them, new projects, money coming in. They got both. She gonna make some money. He making money. Money, money, money. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, right? And then, let me see. Okay. What's Hamilton? Thank you. What's up? Capricorn. Capricorn. There we go. Okay. Stress, turbulence, tension, arguments, okay? You got foundation. I can't make it up. Established, family, security. That fourth house is home. That fourth house represents celebration and family. Security. Remember, his 10 of Pentacles represent that security, that legacy wealth. The long money game. Spying is here. Social network, information and ways. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, and unsure. Finality, farewells, leave behind and closure. Intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. And I also wanted to add two guys, and remember I said I'm always truthful with y'all, based on the cards, and a lot of the more the energy was coming from Kim's energy. She could experience a loss in their family, allegedly, and I'm just saying based on the energy of the cards, okay? Let me see. Let's get this one. And then we finna get in the twin flame deck and we out of here, y'all. That's what's up. Okay, Kim, what y'all thinking? I hope y'all in the comments telling me what y'all think about this one. Now, I'm gonna leave the one to pop out. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's funny. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm saying his name, and that's what we were kind of talking about. So I'm gonna leave that right there. But let me say his name a few more times. Capricorn. There you go. All them down. Okay, let's get it. All right, remember I said the spirit realm is here. Assistance and spirit guides energy is on the table, okay? Under that is interesting. You got autumn, timing, and harvest. And remember they also got winter, okay? Nurture and compassion. I'm telling y'all about this relationship right here, okay? You got Ace of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Baby, he on the table, ain't he? And it's new beginnings with them, okay? They got winter again, so something about the timing card for Kim and Lewis. Winter, y'all hold that. Rebirth. Remember, I said major transformation on her part, right? Even in her chart. Storm and unexpected. That's that Uranus energy coming out. Y'all see that? And look, I can't make this shit up. Until death tears apart. Contracts, career, and what? Commitments. Y'all see that? Something about it. I'm telling you. Disharmony, triggers, and conflicts. Okay. The norm. Epiphany and breakthroughs. Reunion. Soul ties. So, baby, even if they having a break, look. I'm telling you, look how them hands holding. Even when they beefing. Guarded. Vulnerability. And that could be some issues that they have between the two that they working through. Right? You got Pluto, transformation. I can't make it up. There go confirmation, y'all. Y'all see that? Control and tactics. I said, I don't want to say he real controlling, but look how that's funny, how that look with the shoe on him. He controlling a little bit, honey. Third eye and clarity. He's sitting back to get some clarity on things with his life ahead. I'm telling you. See, ain't it funny how that lady covered her hand up with that eye? But it's in that Cancer energy and his energy. it's real spiritual, so it's a transformation for him too, right? And look, cycles, change, completion. Can't make it up. And look, this is what wanted to pop out. Fourth house again, family, home, and commitment. And this is the card that popped out for him when I said his name. This is what he been thinking about ahead. North Node, cosmic, and purpose. And remember, he also had that 10 of Pentacles with her. That's the long game. And North Node is just that, okay? So this is the energy ahead after driving. We may see a huge pivot for him. And they could have a huge merger of doing business together. Her and him. She a hell of a businesswoman. Y'all got to give her credit now. Okay? She learned some things, too, from Kanye now. Dead serious. Alright, so let's get into the twin flames and that and get on up out of here, right? We done saw what we needed to see. So let's get the love tea. Spirit guys. Tea. Lewis Hamilton. Capricorn Sun. Thank you, Spirit. Capricorn Sun. There we go. All right, let's get into it. Digital love. Like, to me, that represent that page. All them swords, like news about them. You know, we gonna hear some news. It's clearly coming soon. Look, happy family. There's a lot of cards I never seen come out this day. You're creating or aligning with the family dynamic that's grounded in peace and mutual care. This is the kind of home that can heal generational wounds. I like that. Y'all see that? Wow. Same mistake. Open relationship. Travel partner. They've been traveling all over. The single life. Maybe sometimes. Undefined until they are, right? That's what this card say. Ooh, y'all, look. Russian things. Y'all think them folks gonna go do it at some point. It keep coming up in the messages, don't it? And look, ain't this funny? That's their last card. Aligned future together. Aligned future together. I'm gonna flip the twin flames for y'all, and this is it. We gonna get out of here. This is another hour and some change, but hey, it's been all good and fun. You know I fool with y'all. Hold on, let me do this right and say that name before I, you know. Oh, okay. I'll just take it. Okay. Let's do it. Look, they worked through it. Conflict resolution. I just said it. I can't make the messages up. Look, even with trust issues on the table, hot and cold, we saw it, highs and lows with them. But it's a catalyst to a flame. Ooh, it's sexy and passionate with them. You hear me? Some things could be the wrong reasons. Who knows? But it's a mutual effort. Y'all see that? Oh. Requited. Addiction. They addicted to each other. Listen, requited love. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to prove your worth. You are loved just as much as you love. And look at the passion between these two. And it say addiction. Y'all think I be making up the messages? Spirit, thank you. Ain't that crazy? And look, could be painful past for some of them. But they like being seen together, and we about to see them together, okay? So that's what's up. That's for Kim K, baby. Really didn't expect that, Kim. I love it for you though, girl. And Kim Kardashian, and of course, Mr. Lewis Hamilton, F1 driver. So I love y'all, soul family. Keep your notification bells on. Next time I am on it. It's all about you, okay? So when y'all see that thing if it say Aries, summer solstice, such and such, you know what's coming, woo, woo, woo. That's you. Click on it. I love y'all, and I will see y'all really soon. And yeah, it's gonna be somebody coming up next. I don't know. Y'all make sure y'all sign off in the comments. Let me know who y'all want to see. And I'm thinking like a surprise, but hey, y'all should see this by the time y'all wake up. All right? Peace and love. See y'all soon. Thanks for watching The Common Corner Show. Peace and love, soul family. And I'll see you guys in the next one.